I honestly don't know. I'm perfect. If I look like shit, it's because I feel like shit, and if I look tired as fuck, it's because I'm tired as fuck. But I got my nose pierced. Yeah, I know, pretty dope. So I'm making this video not knowing if... Hello? Hello? I am making this video not knowing if my last book report video tanked. So I'm kind of just throwing caution to the wind and making another one. Sometimes I feel like I could walk a long walk off a short pier. Anyway, I'm making this kind of video not really knowing how the last one turned out. Maybe a little silly of me, but you know. So last time I read The Adventures of Kelvin of Rudd. This time I read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. There were other tales too, and other tales. I did not read those because I did not care. So I read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow because I've always wanted to read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And fun fact, when I was in 9th grade, I did a speech about the Headless Horseman. The Hessian Chester. Shut the fuck up. I did a speech about the Hessian soldier, the German soldier that is the Headless Horseman. And I should have read the book that he comes from, and I didn't. I Wikipedia'd information for that speech, got away with it, probably because the speech teacher was high. In fact, my speech teacher got fired, apparently, because she was doing shrooms in the classroom, so that was after my time. Anyways, this book, so I should have read it a long time ago, but I was like, I don't want to read it because I'm lazy. So I read it, and I have feelings. Lots of feelings. How long actually is... Just ignore Chester, because I do most of the time. There's really nothing that can be done about it. Let's see, it's... starts on 272. So the book starts in this book on page 272 and goes to page 297. So if you can math, I'll put how many pages that is, like, here. So it starts off with the author describing where the book takes place. And that's fine. Set up your setting. Right. Oh, another thing about that stupid speech class and my nose. There was a boy in it, Craig. Hi, Craig. Do you remember me? I remember you. Fucking snot-faced little... We were both in the principal's office at one point. I don't know why. I knew why you were there, because you were a bad person. I was there for I don't know why, probably because I was also a bad person. But we were just sitting there in silence, and you turned to me and you said, "You have a big nose." And Craig... that caught on, and everyone in that speech class told me that I had a big nose. And during my speech, you said, "Oh, it's Big Nose's turn." And everyone else giggled, and I hate you, Craig. Anyway, so the author starts off talking about Sleepy Hollow itself. And, oh my god, Chester, I literally am thinking of Cruella de Vil right now, and not in a good way. This is probably my fault. This is probably my fault for, trying to talk while he's alive. But I want to do this right now, because it's in my head right now. I finished this yesterday, so I want to talk about it now. So it talks about talking about the village and the hollow and the people around the hollow in extreme detail. Like, we're talking like I know what every single goddamn cricket in this hollow looks like, kind of detail. And then it starts talking about Ichabod Crane. Ichabod Crane. And we learn so much about what he looks like and what he does and why he does it and how other people think about him and what people think about what he's doing. And this goes on for many pages. When I say I know what color Ichabod Crane nose hairs are, I do, because it's here. And we spend like, maybe 90% just describing stuff. And I mean, it's amazing because it has such great detail, and you can really picture where things are and picture this Dutch community, and it's really cool. And you can actually like visualize what the forests and like the water it looks like, and yada yada yada. And then they have this big like hoedown at the Van Tessel's house. I hate it and I want to die. They have this big hoedown and it talks about all the pies and the cakes and what kind of cakes they are and what they look like and what they smell like and what they taste like, because Ichabod Crane can eat everything and not gain a single pound. That motherfucker. I'm jealous! And it goes into great detail for many pages about that. And it talks about Katrina, the blooming lass that is the heiress of this wonderful empire of Dutch farming. And Ichabod Crane wants to marry her. This other dude named Brom Bones also wants to marry her. And Brom Bones is your Chad. He's like Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. He's just a Chad. Whatever. Did you hear that, Craig? He's a Chad. You're probably a Chad too by now. Fuck you. Anyway, so Brom Bones is also in, like, going after Katrina. And no offense if your name is Katrina. Oh, no offense. My full name is Catherine. And I've had people try to call me Katrina in the past, and I hate it. I hate that name. If your name is Katrina, I hate it. So they go to this shindig and they talk about all the men smoking on the porch and what the porch looks like and what the air smells like. And Ichabod Crane is so superstitious. We're told many times that he's superstitious and what he believes in, and that he carries around like all these tales, and he has books about witchcraft at the school that he teaches because he's the schoolmaster and he's from Connecticut and he has a long nose and he has a skinny neck and he has a small head and he rides a horse named Gunpowder to the Van Tassel's hoedown, and Gunpowder is old. And I'm giving you a lot of details because there's a lot of details. They go to this hoedown and then everyone starts leaving because, you know, get the fuck out. It's 2 a.m. and the bar's closing. So Ichabod gets on Gunpowder's back. Gunpowder's this old plow horse that's blind on one side and is falling apart, and it's really sad. I feel bad for Gunpowder. And then Ichabod starts getting really, like, scared of, like, all of the shadows, and he starts seeing, like, spooks and stuff. And it goes into detail about all the things that he thinks that he sees, but he doesn't see. And then the tension is rising and rising and rising and rising because he's getting to the bridge where the Headless Horseman is said to come. Tension's riding and going up and up. And it's the climax. The Headless Horseman. The climax. The best part of this tale shows up. It's 3 paragraphs long, and you don't really get to know what he looks like, and his horse is black, and he has the head on his pommel of the saddle, and that's it, and he throws the head at Ichabod. And that's all the detail you get. What? I know every single cake that was served on the Van Tassel's table, and every type of bird that was stewed or cooked or burned or whatever, and what position they were in inside the dishes. But I get 3 paragraphs about the best character of your story, the Headless Horseman, and that's it. And then the story ends. And then there's a postscript, and it's a bunch of these old farts sitting around who knows where, and there's other farts telling them about the story. And the farts that are hearing the story are like, we don't believe that. And then the fart that was telling is like, faith, sir, the storyteller, as the matter, I don't believe in half of it myself. The end. So, it's not a very long tale, obviously, as the page count would indicate. But why is it that we go into so much detail to know what color Ichabod's knickers are? But the Headless Horseman only gets 3 paragraphs, none of them being descriptive, and all of them about Ichabod being scared. And that's it. Why? Washington Irving. Yeah, that's her name. Washington Irving. Why did you blue ball me like that? Why'd you blue ball me like that? That's not fair. Chester agrees. I'm actually really mad at Chester today because he came in. Okay, so I was... Oh, story time. So I slept very poorly last night, as my bags can attest. And I was feeling like shit about myself all day. And then I was feeling like extra shit about myself because I have body dysmorphia. And that was really bad today. And I was feeling really just terrible and horrible and like unable to think about anything but that. And he was at the door and I was like, you know what? I'll let him in because he could be cute and maybe I can give him a pet or 2 and he'll make me feel better. And he comes in and he looks around, he sniffs, and he goes to my slippers and he pisses on them. And I'm not gonna do anything to him. but I did not know that I was capable of such rage, and it was actually very exhausting. Which made me even more tired. So I'm very angry at him today. He's been barking throughout my entire video, and it's kind of my fault for wanting to videotape around 6 when he eats because he's just loud and Alright, I need to stop being so mad. He's just a dog. But yeah, that's it. That's the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. You can almost taste the apples on the table of the Van Tessel's house, but what does the horseman do? He throws his head. That's it. How tall is he? How fast is he? What kind of sounds are going on? How fast is he? How, scary is he? I don't know. Ichabod Crane don't know. Washington Irving don't know. So that was my book report this week. That is what I read. I read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, was blueballed the whole story, and I'm bitter about it.